So when we're talking about saddle buying and everything, obviously in an ideal world, the best thing, the Grand Prix of everything, I suppose, is getting a saddle made for you and your horse.
Yes and no. I think there's a lot of off-the-shelf products that will cater to a wide variety. But I think we've got to take it a step back, in all honesty, and we've got to look at the basics of the horse and how the horse is put together first before we jump step to finding a saddle for it.
So what are the things that the owners / rider, because I know that they're not always the same person, what should they be looking for? Someone's coming, they're choosing a saddle.
Go step back, George.
Go step back. Do you want to talk about your horses? Okay.
Yeah.
Siobhan's brought pieces of horse.
Siobhan found skeletons in her closet.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are neck vertebrae of a horse. Obviously, they are somewhat similar looking to what you would perceive a vertebra to look like in a joint. As you can see, they fit into each other like that, and the ligaments run through. But the next thing, and I think the most interesting thing for most riders...
So that's purely in the neck from the pole down, and it actually inserts basically in the skeleton in the bottom, between the pecs almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And different sizing, as you
These are thoracic vertebrae. So these are actually what we are sitting on. So most people perceive these lower parts of the spine, the facets, as what we're sitting on. But the processes actually reach up like that.
So is that a wither that we're looking at?
So it's T6, 7. So
it's actually right under the saddle?
Towards the start of the saddle,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. So as you can see, they obviously join in slightly, and then you've got your nuchal ligament running through as well, which runs from the pole to the tail. So it's just...
show us some kissing spines quickly, Siobhan.
Okay, so
and just hold those up and then just show us where the ribs... I suppose you'll...
So the ribs actually, you can see on those 2 points pop out there.
Okay.
So a lot of people think they're sitting on the ribs, but we're not. We're sitting on these vertebrae, and they fundamentally, to a larger or lesser extent, look like this throughout the extent of the spine. And then we come along to the lumbar vertebra, and these are the vertebrae we don't have a saddle sitting on because our saddles fit, hopefully. Depending, again, so we're going to clarify here, we're talking about English saddles, not necessarily Western saddles. So these are the lumbar vertebra, and then they look like that.
Okay.
And you can see actually with these two that they have touched a little. So that is a little bit of kissing going on there.
Okay, so
that's how we start with
the skeleton. Okay.
And then the muscle on top
and then
of
we
that.
get onto the muscles, and the muscles are massively complex. There are chains, they're interlinked.
Groups.
They
And just to be
operate
clear, these could look different to a degree in every horse.
yes,
Correct.
Okay.
Like humans. Yeah.
Okay.
hopefully no breaks or fractures.
But it's it's horses. Definitely in the humans.
So basically, we then land up with our ligaments, our tendons, and then into our muscle groups.
Okay.
And they all interlink and they all interchange. So there's a really good website, The Horse Inside Out, which is Gillian Higgins.
Gillian Higgins, yeah. She
She
came
is-
out here and actually did
Yes,
a
she
wonderful...
I know she used some of the Lipizzaners, and I also looked at them doing the Lavard and everything in terms of...
So Gillian Higgins, she actually, and I would recommend everyone goes and has a look, she drew the skeleton on one horse, the muscles on another horse, and really gave everyone an opportunity to see.
Yeah.
It makes you ride so you can see what your bones, muscles are doing under the saddle.
Yeah.
And I think she's really great in the sense she explains how the chains interconnect.
Yes.
And then she's got a lot of webinars in terms of how she breaks it down.
Yeah.
And that's really, really amazing. Because fundamentally, like if you look under the saddle and in the back, you've got the cutaneous muscle, trapezius muscle, the latissimus, the abdominal, the pectoral, the dorsal serrate, the ventral serrate. And those are just some of the chains that are in function when you are on the saddle and in the horse's back.
And I'm sure if you're just affecting one of those, everything else, there's this chain reaction that just, really knocks on.
And that's where saddle fitting's really interesting. And I think as saddle fitters, we have such a fascinating job because we are fundamentally a little bit of a jack of all trades.
No, you're having to...
You've got to know a little bit of the
veterinary
skeletal,
knowledge,
you've got to know
bit of
a little bit
biomechanical.
muscle, 100%.
Because
What
it
you
all
see,
impacts.
Yeah, what you see, what you go, oh, your horse should not be moving like that, or it shouldn't be reacting like that, and it all comes
And then
back.
looking at the human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And going, oh, well, this works great for your horse, but it's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
So I think that's where it gets really, really interesting, because obviously when we're fitting a saddle, we're dealing with the biomechanic of both the horse and the rider together. So if there's an issue in the biomechanic of one or the other, it's going to impact on the
So
saddle
do you see less saddle fitting issues in with professionals in the saddle?
Fundamentally, yes.
Okay.
From my side, definitely.
Well, they get regular checks as well. They have a great maintenance system, which I think
I think they're like the cobbler's children.
I can't tell you how many yards I've been in, and it's just like, just take that saddle off that, put it on that. Maybe it needs a pad.